In a small town nestled between rolling hills, there lived a young woman named Alara. Growing up, she often dreamt of romance and adventure beyond the confines of her familiar surroundings. Her heart was set on finding true love, but the traditional paths seemed to lead nowhere. After stumbling upon an ad for mail-order brides, Alara felt a spark of hope. This could be her chance to start anew in a land filled with promise. With the help of her close-knit friends, she carefully answered questions, wrote heartfelt letters, and even included her favorite flowers in her messages. It wasn't long before she received a reply from a kind-hearted man named Thomas, who seemed to share her dreams. Excited yet nervous, Alara made the brave decision to leave her childhood home behind and travel across the country to meet him. On the day of their wedding, Alara wore a stunning gown that captured her spirit and a beautiful veil that seemed to shimmer in the sunlight. Little did she know, this veil held more than just lace. Hidden within its intricate patterns was a treasure map leading to places she never imagined. With hope and a sense of adventure swelling in her heart, she took her first steps into this new life filled with promise and excitement, ready for whatever awaited her on the journey ahead. As Alara stood at the altar, her heart raced with excitement and a hint of nervousness. The veil she wore was exquisite, intertwining delicate lace and soft satin, glistening in the sunlight like spun gold. It flowed gracefully over her shoulders, framing her face and giving her a radiant glow. Friends and family admired its beauty, but only Alara knew of the secret it held. The veil had been passed down through generations in her family, each stitch woven with history. As her fingers brushed over the intricate patterns, she felt a thrill of connection to the past. A world filled with stories of love, bravery, and adventure. But as she gazed at her reflection, a sense of wonder washed over her. Hidden within those very designs was a treasure map waiting to be discovered. With each step into her new life, the map beckoned to her. It hinted at a hidden fortune from generations ago, perhaps something lost that could reveal insights about her family's legacy. She imagined ancient lands and forgotten trails waiting to be explored. This realization transformed the day of joy into one laden with anticipation for what adventures lay ahead. As she exchanged vows with Thomas, Alara felt that this journey would not only unite them in love, but also unlock secrets from her past that could lead to unexpected treasures. As the sun rose on the morning of the wedding, excitement buzzed through the air like a lively melody. Alara's friends flitted around the house, each one eager to help make the day perfect. Laughter echoed through the hallways as they arranged flowers, adjusted decorations, and shared stories of love and commitment. The bridal party was a vibrant mix of personalities, each adding their own flair to the preparations. In the living room, one friend practiced her speech while another tied ribbons around small bouquets, their chatter filled with hopes and dreams for Alara's new life. Unbeknownst to them all, an extraordinary adventure lay just beyond their grasp. As they prepared for the ceremony, they had no idea that Alara's veil held a secret that could change everything. Meanwhile, outside, Thomas and his groomsmen loaded their saddlebags with supplies, including sturdy Winchesters for the journey ahead. They joked about the honeymoon and shared stories from their youth, oblivious to the magical map that would soon set their course in a direction they never anticipated. With hearts full of joy and minds focused on the celebration ahead, both Alara and her friends were ready to embrace what they believed would be a day of romantic bliss, unaware that destiny was already unfolding around them. As the ceremony came to a close, Alara felt a rush of joy mixed with nervous anticipation. After exchanging vows with Thomas, she turned to her friends and family, her heart swelling with love. In that moment, something compelled her to share the secret woven into her veil. With a playful smile, she lifted the delicate lace, revealing the intricate patterns that concealed the treasure map. Gasps of surprise filled the air as her guests leaned in closer, their curiosity piqued. "What is this?" one of her friends exclaimed, stepping forward to inspect the veil. Alara's eyes sparkled as she explained how the map had been passed down through generations, connecting her to a long-lost fortune that could reveal stories from her family's past. The atmosphere shifted from a simple wedding celebration to an exciting mystery waiting to be unraveled. Thomas looked at Alara with wide eyes, his own sense of adventure ignited by her revelation. The wedding party buzzed with excitement as everyone began speculating about where the map might lead them. With laughter and chatter rising around them, Alara and Thomas glanced at each other, knowing that their honeymoon would become far more than just a romantic getaway. They were about to embark on an adventure filled with discovery and exploration, one that would deepen their bond and unveil secrets they had yet to uncover. The excitement in the air was palpable as Alara's revelation began to sink in. Her friends gathered around her, eyes wide with wonder and anticipation. "We should go after it. Let's find the treasure," one of her friends exclaimed, her voice bubbling with enthusiasm. The idea sparked a flurry of chatter among the bridal party, each person eager to be part of this unexpected adventure. Alara's heart raced at the thought of embarking on a treasure hunt right after her wedding ceremony. It felt as though fate had woven this adventure into her special day. With Thomas by her side, she felt empowered and ready to embrace whatever lay ahead. They huddled together with their friends, mapping out the first steps of their journey based on the clues from the veil. Thomas grinned, his adventurous spirit ignited by the prospect of exploring the unknown. "Let's grab our supplies," he said, recalling the Winchesters they had packed earlier. Tools not just for protection but also for exploration. The guests transformed from wedding attendees into eager treasure hunters, ready to follow Alara and Thomas on this quest. With laughter and determination, they set off towards their first destination marked on the map, leaving behind traditional wedding festivities for an adventure that promised to deepen their bonds and uncover long-lost secrets together. As Alara and her friends gathered their supplies, Thomas led the way to a hidden shed near the barn where they had stored their gear. The excitement buzzed even more as he pulled open the door, revealing a collection of sturdy Winchesters. The rifles gleamed in the sunlight, polished and ready for adventure. "This will give us the confidence we need," Thomas said, his eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. "They're not just tools for protection. They symbolize our readiness to face whatever comes our way." The bridal party exchanged glances, feeling a mix of thrill and determination. With each rifle taken from its resting place, they understood that this journey would be about more than just finding treasure. It was also about embracing the spirit of adventure together. Alara felt a surge of courage as she picked up one of the rifles. "We're not just treasure hunters, we're explorers," she declared, inspiring her friends who nodded in agreement. The bridal party began checking their gear, making sure they had everything they needed: maps, food, and supplies for their quest. With laughter ringing in their ears and a sense of purpose driving them forward, Alara and her friends prepared to embark on their treasure hunt, ready to face challenges that would test their bravery and strengthen the bonds of friendship forged on this unforgettable day. With their supplies in hand, Alara and her friends set out into the wilderness, the thrill of adventure driving them forward. The first challenge emerged when they encountered a thick grove of trees blocking the path indicated on the map. Using determination and teamwork, they worked together to clear a way through, laughter ringing out as branches snapped and leaves rustled. As they ventured deeper, they crossed a bubbling brook that sparkled under the sunlight. But the excitement was soon met with hesitation. "How do we get across?" one friend wondered aloud, looking at the swift current. Alara took a deep breath and suggested they build a makeshift bridge with fallen logs nearby. Guided by her leadership, they constructed a crossing and cheered as everyone made it safely to the other side. The map led them to an old cave nestled within a rocky hill. With trepidation yet courage, they entered, their torches casting flickering shadows on the walls. Inside, they discovered ancient symbols carved into stone, clues from the past hinting at treasures yet uncovered. These challenges not only tested their physical abilities, but also solidified their friendships as they supported one another through uncertainty and exhilaration. With every obstacle overcome, Alara felt her bond with Thomas strengthen, realizing that their love would flourish through this shared adventure of discovery and excitement. As the group pressed onward, the atmosphere was a blend of excitement and tension. Laughter echoed through the trees as they shared silly jokes and playful banter, but moments of uncertainty crept in as they faced unexpected challenges. At one point, they came across a steep incline that looked daunting. I don't know about this, one friend said nervously, eyeing the slippery rocks. Come on, we can do this. Alara encouraged, her voice filled with enthusiasm. Together, they formed a human chain, helping each other up the slope as they cheered one another on. As they reached the top, relieved laughter erupted, allowing them to bask in their triumph. Yet tension returned when they spotted an ominous storm cloud gathering overhead. We need to find shelter soon, Thomas said, glancing at Alara with concern. The group hurriedly scanned their surroundings for a safe place to wait out the storm. Just as raindrops began to fall, they discovered an overhanging rock ledge that provided refuge. Under the shelter, they shared stories of their dreams and fears, deepening their camaraderie amidst the stormy weather. Moments like these, filled with both laughter and anxiety, brought them closer together, creating lasting memories that would fortify their friendships as well as Alara's relationship with Thomas as they faced each challenge head-on. As the group continued their quest, Alara felt her heart race when they reached a clearing that matched a location marked on the treasure map. In the center of the clearing stood an old cabin, its weathered wood and sagging roof hinting at long-forgotten stories tucked away within its walls. "This must be it!" she exclaimed, her eyes sparkling with excitement. The bridal party gathered around the cabin, curiosity bubbling among them. Thomas stepped forward, his adventurous spirit ignited. "Let's see what secrets it holds," he said enthusiastically. They approached cautiously, exchanging glances filled with anticipation. What could they find inside? Was this cabin truly connected to Alara's family legacy? The door creaked open as they pushed it, revealing a dimly lit interior filled with dust and shadows. As they stepped inside, their hearts raced at the sight of old furniture covered with sheets and cobwebs draping like curtains from the rafters. Scattered about were crates and boxes, some rusted with age, that hinted at contents worth uncovering. Alara clutched the map tightly, her pulse quickening while her friends gathered around her. "Could there be more treasures hidden here?" one friend whispered, eyes wide with wonder. With every corner they explored, excitement grew, spurred by the possibility of discovering artifacts linked to her past, or perhaps clues that would lead them further on their adventure into mystery and history. As they explored the old cabin, Alara's heart raced with anticipation. The dusty indoor air felt heavy with stories waiting to be uncovered. They carefully pushed aside cobwebs and sheets, revealing an old wooden chest buried under a pile of forgotten blankets. "Let's see what's inside," Thomas urged, excitement bubbling in his voice. With trembling hands, Alara lifted the lid, and within the chest lay a collection of antique family heirlooms. Delicate silver jewelry, faded photographs, and beautifully crafted letters tied with worn ribbons. Each item held its own story, whispering tales from generations past. Alara felt a wave of emotion wash over her as she picked up a locket bearing her grandmother's initials, recognizing it from family stories she had heard as a child. "This is more than just treasure," she said softly, turning to her friends. "These are pieces of my family's history." Her friends exchanged knowing smiles, realizing that the true value of their discovery was not simply in material wealth, but in the connections to Alara's heritage. As they sifted through the treasures, laughter and stories filled the air, weaving together their shared adventure in a tapestry rich with meaning. Alara felt strengthened by this newfound connection to her past and appreciated how it had brought them all closer together on this remarkable journey. It was clear that this day would forever resonate in their hearts as an unforgettable chapter of their lives. As the sun began to set, casting a golden hue over the landscape, Alara and her friends reflected on their incredible journey. They gathered around a small campfire, the flickering flames illuminating their faces, now marked with dust and laughter. Each moment they shared in pursuit of the treasure had transformed their relationships, proving that love extends beyond romance. It encompasses friendship, adventure, and a deeper understanding of one's roots. Alara glanced at Thomas, who sat beside her, his smile warm and reassuring. "I came here looking for love," she admitted softly. "But what I found was so much more." The heirlooms they had discovered not only connected her to her family history, but also solidified the bonds formed with each friend who stood by her side. The laughter from earlier echoed in her mind as she recalled moments of teamwork and bravery, through challenges faced together. Climbing steep inclines, building bridges, and seeking shelter from storms. They had become more than just friends. They were now a family united by shared experiences. In that quiet moment, Alara understood that this journey would resonate in their hearts forever. Love was not merely an emotion felt between two people. It was woven into the very fabric of friendships forged in adventure. Together, they had written a story of discovery that celebrated both their pasts and their future as they looked ahead to new adventures waiting just beyond the horizon.